many things in the future, think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that number 1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
On the move, it's Lacy. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, at the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they knew how to close the deal, rolling double nickels and the 55-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Barres. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Carr. Rolls right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Graham. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really
Lot of room to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Look out! He'll throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Right side, it's Alexander. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to throw. It's Chambliss. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to keep it in the air. Under pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee.
Wide open spaces. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Firing to the end zone, and his throw is incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Straight ahead, it's Lacy. Here's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. And they add 6 more to the Wolverine trip to the house. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years, and the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads it left. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Lacy. Keeping his eyes downfield. The Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble and throws. Lucky to get it off.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Fires downfield. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where We expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Carr from the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Taken down right away. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Keeps it moving, it's Lacy. Turning it on! They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. So difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And it was amazing to watch Kejuan Lacy take off last year. Like, he was at Missouri the year before, and you're kind of like, he's not that great of a player. All of a sudden, goes to Ole Miss, and you see the speeds, the long stride, the playmaking ability. This was an offense at Ole Miss that was built around him a year ago, and he's back, and I expect him to be fed and fed well.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Out wide left, it's Cook. Could not make his way to the corner. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Throwing, Carr. Unloads to the right. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be second down.
Man, this defense is dialed and already forced one interception. Had a chance right there to get another one. Everything this offense does so far, they are reading it, breaking on it, making some plays.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Rebels offense is back on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Oh, pressure's coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Left side is Hobbs. Smashes through the tackle. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the point after is good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Out wide left, it's Graham. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Running inside, it's Coleman Williams. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Carr. Fires to the right. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. There he goes. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on 1st down. Playing the pass, now forcing a 2nd down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds on 1st down.
Out wide right, it's Lacy. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Maybe a double pass. They're all over it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Well, they knew coming into this game touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Here come the Irish back on offense. On the run, it's James. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Play action, C.J. Carr. Buying time to his right. Got his man on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. The hand to the running back. It's a fumble on the play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run it. Looking for a crease. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Mobley. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Carr. Moves to his right. He'll try to do it himself. It's a fumble. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Woo. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The lone back's got it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Drives inside. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
And a lapse in concentration will back them up 5, but still a 1st and goal. Looking for space. It's James. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. thinking here? Still looking. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball bounces through the end zone and it will be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the ground, it's Lacy. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The fake that wants to throw. Looking left. He's got it. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. This will likely be the last play of the half. Sells the run, looking to pass. Rushes on. Pulls it in. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And it's the Buckeyes looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Pac-12.
Pulls and fires complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Long way to go on second down. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Lacy. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. going for yardage. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on third down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receiver. They think there's room to run to the right here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Look out! And it's a sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Wants to throw. It's Chambliss. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's Hobbs. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
On play action. And they're not on the same page there. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Past the 30. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Got a little space. Oh, he's got some space. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Rebels! The short hands in the end zone, and he has 6. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. catches him. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Barrett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Still looking to his right. Fires on the move. Nobody around as he makes the catch. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has him set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. C.J. Carr firing again. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hits inside. It's Lacey. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Cook. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Fires left. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So first down will open up the final period. Keeps it on the ground. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Rebels are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next run.
Second down, going to throw it. Under pressure. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Rolls right. It's complete to the right. At midfield, he's got room. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Throwing, Carr. He's got it. Made a defender miss. They've got him corralled.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here in the game in the fourth quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium. And on that fourth down, we're able to hook up, move the sticks, keep this momentum going.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Carr above the noise. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Carr. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop, and the turnover on downs.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
On the direct snap, it's Cook. Flush to the left. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
I'll tell you what, offenses nowadays, the throw game, they feel so comfortable with it, even late in ball games. Don't worry about the clock. They're not worried about that because they know the execution rate is so high. They get the big 4th down here in the 4th quarter.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Selling the fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the... Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, under-talked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Makes the grab. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
How about the job by this field goal block unit? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Lots of running room. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Lacy. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this.
Touchdown, Rebels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
2nd and long here. Back to throw, it's Carr. Oh, pressure's coming. Leaves it short.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. To the air again, Carr. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Escapes the pressure going right. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. He's changing the play. To the air, it's Chambliss. Left side is Alexander. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down to the air. Got it on the outside. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Fires into the end zone. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Carr, they're all over him. He's on the move. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.